What's up, guys? We are past the pop culture. My name is Ricky with my co-host here, Mrphen.
Yo, yo.
And today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. The long-awaited Mario movie trailer came out, right?
Woo.
We got some other news like Marvel delaying Deadpool 3, Blade, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers movie, right? A little bit of a shakeup going on. Got me a little concerned. We're gonna also talk about Werewolf by Night because we saw that and I don't know. I think we all have some interesting thoughts about it. So yeah. I don't know, fam. You get to choose. What do you want to talk about today? First,
Let's start everything with Marvel, since we all love Marvel.
we'll do everything with Marvel, and
Yeah.
then we'll rant
So we can
about
either
it.
do the review real quick or talk about the delays. I don't know. Let's talk about the delays because that
All
is
right,
kind
we'll
of
talk about the
scary.
delays. All right, so for me at least, I was looking like this literally just dropped, right? Like all this
Yeah, like
stuff. So yeah,
today, yeah.
like a yeah, like a oh wow, like an hour or two ago. So yeah, so basically, what has happened is that Blade was rumored to be delayed, then it was actually confirmed to be delayed, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, but all these movies are now delayed, right? Deadpool
Mm-hmm.
3, Blade, Fantastic Four, the Avengers movies, right?" So the
It's
reason
bad.
why for Blade at least is that the director's changing because of like what did they say? It was like, oh, conflicting schedules or something like that.
That's a bunch of
Uh
BS. We just
but
talked about this
what did we
last
talk
week.
about last week, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can never pronounce the actor's name for Blade, but he was upset with the way that they've been handling the movie, right? So I don't know what's really going behind here, behind the scenes here. It's just I don't know. All this stuff's getting delayed, right? So the Blade is expected to be out September 6th, 2024,
That's a
right?
whole year.
Deadpool 3, September 6th, has been moved from September 6th, 2024 to November 8th, 2024, which is not too bad.
That's two.
All right, not too bad. That's to make room for Blade. Fantastic Four shifted from November 8th now to 2024 to February 14th, 2025.
Oh, and the
And
Untitled
then,
one.
yeah, the Untitled movie pushed from February 14th, 2025 to November 7th, 2025. Secret War delayed from November 7th, 2025 to May 1st, 2026. And then another Untitled movie set for May 1st, 2026 has just been removed. It's just gone. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it was. They just got rid of it.
I was right. Marvel's downfall. Woo!
What does this mean, dude? Just they're dying?
That's scary.
Like, I mean,
I don't know. That's scary. I keep saying like there's no point to any of this. And look, now I mean to change everything just because Blade, I was like, that's kind of weird. I don't like unless Fantastic Four has something to do with Blade or like Avengers has something to do with them or whatever the Untitled movies are. Or like Deadpool 3, like why'd they change that? Just because of Blade?
Because well, if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, for anybody here, we were talking about months ago, right? When they first like announced all the movies that they were gonna do, and we're like, what the heck is this? This isn't anything. This is useless. Yep. Like there's like 3 things on here that people want to see. One of them was Blade. They're delaying that, right? Fantastic Four. They're delaying that. Like they delayed everything everybody wants. But what happened to the other stuff, right? Like Echo and Ironheart and the Thunderbolts and all that stuff. Like they haven't mentioned anything about that. Of course, that's different because a lot of those are TV shows and blah blah blah. But we have this now. This delay. What does this mean? Like
I think they're changing stuff.
Like we weren't getting anything good for the most part. We're just been in this limbo, right? I mean, we're getting Wakanda Forever, right? That's still coming out November 11th this year, right? 2022. Okay. I'm hoping that means something, right? I'm hoping there's some sort of setup, right? Because since the Eternals, I mean,
Ooh.
there's still that giant dude floating on Earth, like in the ocean. He's just frozen there, like no one's acknowledged it, right?
They have to talk about
Like,
that,
okay, because
right?
what we're gonna talk about too later is Werewolf by Night. I
Mm-hmm.
think they said this is after Love and Thunder, right?
Uh-huh.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor: Love and Thunder didn't even touch on the Eternals, which it could have. I think it could have,
Should have.
right? Because we're dealing with this. Yeah, it should have. It has, because it's dealing with the gods, the celestials, and all this stuff, celestial beings. Like, I think we could have touched on something here and there. She-Hulk. What has She-Hulk been doing?
Oh, I
Right?
was about to say a joke.
Yeah.
Daredevil is what she's doing.
Anyways, we have all this stuff, and then what's going on here? There's no central storyline. I mean, I get it, it's building up the Secret Wars and this and that. We have Secret Invasion coming around the corner and all this stuff, but it's just like, what's going on here? There's nothing here. They're delaying the stuff, right? Which is fine.
Mhm.
Okay, they got to delay it, but why? Why? Like, is there stuff coming in between? We're shifting things around. I just think that they just threw up a plan and were like, oh, okay, we're just gonna go with this. I don't think they really had a rhyme or reason,
That's exactly
because
what
we
I
just been
said.
getting content. We just been getting
Yep.
content. That's it. We're not getting storyline or movies or an adventure. We're just getting content, right? That's it. It's just
Yep.
content, right? I mean, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, a lot of this stuff has just been self-contained, right? It
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, right? So that if you don't want to buy, the stupid Disney Plus stuff, you can just keep watching the movies. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have the Marvels and stuff like that. Like, there's some setup there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just content at the end of the day, and that's taking. And to me, I feel like that's just taking up resources from the movies. Because when we saw that, right? When we saw that list of movies coming out, right? That they announced that, what was it, Comic-Con or whatever?
Yep.
Uh,
Or was it D23? One of those.
it was D23, yeah, I think, yeah. And half of them were TV shows, and they were counting that. It's like,
Well,
no,
even then, they're changing the TV shows because one of them is now going to be a movie.
yeah,
So
I don't really know what they're doing here. I don't think they really, honestly, I don't think they really saw past the
Wakanda Forever.
Infinity Saga. Yeah, Far From Home. I don't think they really saw past that, right? I don't think they were. I think they were just like sitting on their billions, and they're like, we'll just start throwing content up and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna start doing stuff. But I think now, in a way, people are walking away from Marvel. They're still gonna make a ton of money, but
Yeah.
I see it more and more. People are walking away from it. They don't want to watch it as much. The movies are not making as much money. Some of them, it's just people are not, or I should say, like, people are not interested in most of the stuff that's coming out, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
people are getting a little tired of it, right? So, I mean, what do we do here, Fan? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. It sucks because it's supposed to be riding on Infinity War and all that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like we got She-Hulk, which is supposed to be the second to last thing for this phase, and then we have Wakanda, and then it's like, is Wakanda gonna have any references to like any of this stuff, or is it just gonna be a cold, end? Like, that's it, no more, we're done. Because like we always mention the Eternals and all that, and it's like, wouldn't this Wakanda movie be like the perfect time, like, since they're literally gonna be talking about like water people? So it's like,
Yeah,
shouldn't they
like
be bothered by that, that thing that's just like
that thing in the middle of the
chilling?
ocean. Yeah, like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's like, because if they don't reference that, then I don't.
I don't know,
What's the
Fan. I don't
point?
know.
That's
I don't get it. I don't get it, really, to be honest.
and it's like Blade losing the director. Okay, sure, maybe it is scheduling or whatever, but they're already having problems with that. And then they're gonna push back everything else. So it's like, are they gonna just have problems with like every single movie? Because like, I don't see why Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds just all of a sudden said, "Hey, look, we're making a movie," and then they already delayed it like a few days later.
yeah, they're like, hey, Hugh Jackman coming back. I'm not sure if maybe they're shifting it because Hugh Jackman finally agreed, and so they got a reshoot or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Maybe some executive was like snapped his finger and was like, "No, we need to have Wolverine in it now, so it gets more money." I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what's like.
But it's like, why delay Deadpool 3? That's like the one movie they should not be delaying. But then I guess it also ties into Fantastic Four a little bit. I don't know.
Because then we are getting some. Yeah, because I don't know what they have planned for Deadpool necessarily. So it's just I don't really see. I don't know. I just didn't like the lineup. The lineup looks sketchy from the start, right?
Well,
Me
now
and you
it's
both
worse.
said that we said no. This doesn't look like a lineup. There's nothing on here. Nobody. I mean, I guess some people. Yeah, sure. I guess people want to see Agatha. I don't care personally. I just
No point in my
not
opinion.
that she's a bad character or anything. I just don't care. I want to see mainline MCU stories.
Yep.
That's what I want.
Like
I
more
want to go
Spider-Mans.
to the movies, and I want them to continue the story. That's what I want. That's really what I want. The TV shows, they're filler content here and there, but I feel like all I do is watch the TV shows. I don't want I don't watch the movies. I just watch the TV shows now at this point.
They're not even good.
Right? And yeah, they're not the best quality, right? So it's, I mean, like Daredevil coming in, right? You know, hopefully they do look. I don't want the writers for She-Hulk to be writing Daredevil. I please don't do that.
Choice of words.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. And like, I think we're here. It says Ant-Man's in February. Is that still a thing?
Dude, I don't even know anymore. Honestly, we're probably gonna like have to rewrite this episode because then like a couple days later they're gonna be like,
just kidding,
"Oh, they're
everything's
delayed." Yeah, so
She-Hulk
I don't
just got
know
renewed for 16 more episodes.
Yeah, She-Hulk is gonna be the main like story.
Yeah,
like
Wakanda Forever.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't really know what's going on here, but something that I thought was kind of interesting though was that they did Werewolf by Night. I don't really know anything about it. My brother kind of knew about it more because he said like, oh, there's one like Spider-Man cartoon episode where he showed up, and that's the only reason why he knows him. And so I don't know much about the character, the comic books, or nothing. But what did you think about the movie, just in general? It was a short 55-minute adventure, essentially, right? So more like a TV show episode, I would say, right? Like that's what it kind of felt like.
Don't ask me first, Ricky.
No, you go first. Dig into it because you don't seem too happy about it.
Was angry. I was like, I waited all day for this. I could have went and seen Amsterdam, and it's only 55 minutes, and it was a long 55 minutes, and I was bored out of my mind. I had to constantly force myself to watch it instead of listening to your dad open peanuts. So, like it was. Once again, what's the point? Like, why did they just introduce this thing, and then here's a monster, here's some assassins or whatever. All of a sudden, they want this bloodstone, and good luck. And then it's over. So it's like no story building, no character building. They just like expected us to, I guess, maybe know everything, know who these characters are, and then just expect us to enjoy the movie. Personally, I don't like that kind of storytelling where you just gotta know everything. It was bad. I'm sorry. Definitely not a 9 like what everybody else says.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, honestly, I was kind of like, if this wasn't a Marvel thing, I would think, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, you know, someone did that. I don't know. I not that I didn't care for it. I like that they tried doing something different. I preferred them to try to do different stuff like what they did with this movie than just to keep doing the same regular stuff. Part of it, yeah, I just really, you don't really care for any of the characters. I did like that they kind of went for that black and white, like old movie feel. The trailer did kind of seem misleading, I think. I just kind of like got a different vibe from the trailer than the movie.
Big time.
And so I thought it was going to be more classic horror kind of like,
Exactly. And that's what
rather
pisses
than
me off.
like, I think what it was is that they made it seem more unique than what it really was
Yep.
in the trailer. And I
False
thought, oh, okay,
advertising.
and then we're getting like this movie, which is, it's still okay. Yeah, they put a black and white filter and did some color changes, and they played on some of these old movies and stuff like that, but they didn't. It is more unique than the streamlined content that they've done now, but it is kind of like, well, they didn't really
The bar is already
do a
low, though.
180. Yeah, so I don't know. I felt like, oh well, they should have committed more to that old school horror movie vibe, because they were kind of like at the beginning, and then then halfway through they just like get rid of it. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just like, okay, but I don't know. I think they should have spent more time building things up. I think 55 minutes was too short. They should have made it like an hour 25, hour 30 maybe,
Or
just to
a
kind
TV
of
show.
or yeah, like that's the best way, because it just felt like a TV show episode. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like, oh, we were supposed to watch a few episodes before this, or like we're kind of just like, okay, go, which is fine. I'm fine with that okay, go kind of thing. But it just, I don't know, it just felt kind of weird. I wasn't particularly entertained. I was kind of falling asleep on the movie. I mean, I was already
Yeah,
kind of
you were.
tired. So
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, like it wasn't really like anything super crazy or interesting. But I applaud their attempt at doing something a little bit different, and I still
I
think
don't.
I still prefer them to try to do weird stuff like that. But I don't know. If most people liked it, then most people liked it, and that's really it. I mean, if you end up liking it,
Yeah, you're wrong.
tell us why. No, tell us why. I'm interested to see why people really liked it, because there's a lot of people that really, really liked it. But
How?
me, it didn't. I don't know, dude. That's why we're gonna ask people. But it didn't really tickle my pickle. I guess that's the best way to put it.
I think I don't know. I think what really made me mad is like, oh yeah, this is like the classic monster movies, which are pretty
I
darn
think because
good.
they baited us with that classicness,
Yeah,
like,
and so I'm expecting that.
and then they kind of just went with they just kind of slapped the black and white filter on, kind of making like
Yeah.
nods to kind of like old stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you rate it?
What like 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it like a 4.
A 4. Wow, that's probably the
That's coming
lowest.
from me.
That's probably the lowest you've given a movie in a long time.
I don't think
I
I've
don't think
ever.
the last time. I don't think the last time you've given a movie a straight up 4. Usually, I'm more
sorry.
picky about it.
It's because I like Halloween, like movies, horror movies, monster movies. Like I love that stuff.
They didn't really do anything with that very
Yeah.
much.
Oh, his name's Ted.
What did you? What did you think of the character design though? Like the werewolf. Like, because they did kind of have like that old classic.
They did, yeah.
Monster
And
costume.
I know Dario said it was practical effects and everything. So like I do appreciate that, but we only saw it for like 10 minutes, like 5 minutes, and that was it. So
Yeah.
For the 10 minutes I saw, it was cool. I kind of wish they emphasized the violence a little bit more instead of it happening off screen. It should have been a lot more blood.
Good. They had some good hits here and there. Yeah. No, Finn. No.
No.
All right, we'll move on before Finn starts.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't find anything positive about it except for yes, the practical effects on his suit was beautiful. That's it.
All right, so let's get you more mad. We're gonna be talking about everyone's favorite company, Meta, right? For Facebook. Everyone loves them. You know them. You got to give the suck to the Zuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is real suck right now.
Yeah, because you're gonna be paying 1,500 for the new Meta Quest Pro.
Yeah,
1,500. So,
God, go ahead, Ricky.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, this is comparing to the Quest 2. 40% slimmer, right? The optic stack is 40% slimmer. provides more vibrant colors, which is, I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean more? Like, how
It's
much more?
1080p.
Yeah. The hardware is that 10-inch advanced VR MR sensors, spatial audio, which is kind of cool. Spatial audio, okay. 256 gigabyte storage, right? Got the same storage as a PS4,
Yeah, so you got 2
PS3.
games.
Yeah. 12 gigabyte RAM. Woo woo. And a Snapdragon XR2 Plus processor.
It's a mobile processor.
Yeah, so it's a mobile processor. Uh, so I guess the MetaQuest Touch Pro controllers have 3 cameras. They have the Snapdragon 662 mobile processor, haptic feedback. So you don't need the headset for tracking, and the controllers have their own sensors. There's backward compatibility though.
There you go.
Hey,
That's the extra $1,000.
hey, you know, honestly, we gotta applaud Meta for that, right?
Yeah,
You know,
now you can
because
play a
Apple
Roblox
doesn't even do that
metaverse.
kind of stuff.
At
Um,
least you're getting the Xbox Game Pass.
yeah, Xbox Game Pass is coming to MetaQuest. I mean, the VR headset, it's kind of cool. It's cloud streaming, which we all know how that goes. But it's just like, dude, like, because I know, like, you know, we have a cousin who likes to talk about VR. Like, VR is gonna be the next big thing, and
Like,
it's like we always disagree on that because it's like it's gonna cost 1,500. People are gonna get that, are not gonna choose that over a PC. That's why
yeah.
That's why PC gaming has been growing, and
Mm-hmm.
and not VR, because I mean, VR is cool. You get a little nausea here and there, and then, you know, that's it. Uh,
Fifteen
I
hundred
mean,
dollars
VR
to
is
make you
cool.
throw up.
I haven't, yeah, I haven't ever used it. I don't know. Maybe it's really cool. I always thought it'd be cool to have. If I had $1,500 to throw away, sure. But yeah, unless Meta figures out how to get the price lower, to keep it real low, where the average consumer can get it. Because the problem is, it's like you'd have to sell it dirt cheap for people to go and pick it up. Because nobody really cares about VR. I think everyone's always talking about AR and VR being the next step in gaming. It's true to a certain degree, but it's just, I think, like I said, it's just gonna be like mobile gaming. That's where VR is kind of at.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a niche. That's all it is. It's just a niche within gaming in itself, right?
Yeah.
It's no different than console, mobile, PC. It's just a different flavor for somebody, you know. That's all it really is. Um, I don't really see this really going anywhere. I think Meta is just
Yeah.
really trying to invest themselves into the whole metaverse, VR, AR, all that stuff, where it's just people don't care. I don't think people really care about this.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see the numbers of how much this sells over the next, uh, when it comes out,
Like
and it's
half
like
a
for a
year at
good year.
least.
Yeah, like I wonder what the numbers are. I mean, it is very smart that they are bringing on the Xbox Game Pass, because and then you have to have a Xbox controller attached to it, which is kind of funny. Um, you have to connect your Xbox controller so you can get it. Um, but I don't. Okay, so MetaQuest Pro, the device arrives on October 25th. Okay, so
In like 2 weeks, I think it's coming out.
I
But
guess they're trying
fifteen
to get
hundred
those holiday
dollars?
sales.
No,
I don't see
no.
it. I don't see it.
Fifteen
I
hundred
don't see
dollars.
it.
You know how many gifts you could buy for your child? You could buy him, like
I
it says,
don't.
3 PS5s.
And this economy,
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
that's
I
a
don't know
down
about
payment for a
thousands.
car. Just for like to
Yeah.
play a game that's gonna make you throw up in an hour. I've tried VR because Robbie has one. It's cool.
Mhm.
I like it, but not for $1,500. And there is like esports too, which like are in VR, and that's fun to watch. I don't know how they don't get sick, but I get sick just watching it, like with my regular eyes. But like for me, I can't have VR because I have to wear glasses, and then I know it's closer to your eyes, but I'm that blind. But I don't know, $1,500 for 4
Yeah.
times better quality.
just let us know if you're gonna pick it up and let us know what you think about it. Because I don't really view VR as being worth it in the end. I think it's like more of a gimmick at the end of the day. But I don't think VR has advanced enough for justification.
Yeah,
of 1,000.
Like if you really want to play VR, just go to like Dave and Buster's or go to like those places that are opening up or they have actual cool mini games for VR. Like just go to those. That's like $20 compared to $1,500 is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you'll get your
you'll get your fill and you won't throw up. Well, maybe you will.
I don't know about that part, but that's not the past the pop culture guarantee or anything. But
that is our guarantee. Is we don't know.
Let's talk about that Mario movie though. That Mario movie trailer. I like it. That was nice.
I'm down 100%.
I was telling you, Fen, it's gonna be the best movie ever. Right?
And you're right.
It's gonna be the best movie ever, and so far right. It's looking good. It's looking good. But for real though, Chris Pratt though, I felt like he was just like, hey, it's a me, Mario. You know, like that's what it kind of felt like. It just Chris Pratt's voice. Jack Black, of course, the king himself, right?
The whole movie. I better see Jack Black for the whole movie because that movie's gonna be amazing.
Jack Black to be Jack Black. We got a little bit of Luigi in there.
Well, he like did a little yelp, and I already hated it.
Really? I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
I can't. His voice.
All I know is Jack Black is gonna kill it. That's all I care.
And he's supposed to sing. So.
Yeah. So
that's also a thing.
I think it looks good visually. I think it looks really good. And of course they're saying, this isn't like a final render or anything. That they're still rendering everything out.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, I'm like, wow, that's a crazy. It looks really good. Coming from the Minion people, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Well, you can tell, like, Miyamoto was up there, and he even said, like, we take care of the characters, okay? I ain't gonna let them mess them up. We've been doing this for years.
Which I respect. I'm glad.
I respect he created the character, you know, but he was up there like, I ain't messing around here, boys. I know how I want this movie to be good, right? Because they've been working on it for years. I like how this is like the first Mario movie, even though that's not true.
Yeah.
You had that stuff back in the 90s that we don't talk about.
That stuff was funny. I actually like that
stuff. My gosh. I actually kind of want to see it, like the Street Fighters and stuff. We should do that. We should do those old video game movie reviews.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. 100%. Because they're so stupid.
Like, yeah.
I have high hopes for the movie. It's going to be a good birthday. I do have high hopes.
I do think that it does have a chance of being good. Here's my prediction. My prediction is Jack Black gonna kill it. I think Chris Pratt, people are not gonna like the voice, but they're gonna get used to it halfway through the movie or so.
Yeah.
I think overall people are gonna be like, yeah, I liked it. It was good. I think it's gonna kind of get received how like Sonic 1 was received, where people are like, yeah, I like it. I don't think people are gonna rave about it, kind of like how Sonic 2 or Detective Pikachu, right? Like those things were pretty popular and people liked a lot. Yeah. I think it's gonna get kind of like a Sonic 1. Like people are gonna be like, probably by the time they do the second movie, it's probably gonna be good. That's what I think. I think they're gonna work out the kinks after the first movie. Second movie, it's gonna be good. If they choose to do a second movie, I think it just depends on how much money they make. Really, if it just everyone's gonna go watch this movie,
it's gonna make a lot of money. I mean,
anybody who's ever played a video game and held a controller is gonna go watch the movie. It seems like, right? Like everyone on the internet. Mm-hmm. If you use the internet, you're going to see the movie. That's what it seems like. It just seems like a given. It's probably gonna make buckets of money. They're probably gonna start getting the second one going right after that.
Nice.
I'd be very surprised if they only do this one shot. Essentially, I can't see them only doing one movie and not doing more. There's not a lot to say about the trailer itself. Besides, it looks good. The voice acting, ranges from good to like okay.
I like the Penguin's voice actor.
Yeah, the Penguins was good. Bowser
Toad was okay.
Yeah, Toes is
Chris, no,
decent.
I'm scared
Mario
though.
and
I'm
Luigi.
scared for Mario. I'm scared for Luigi. Donkey Kong, I'm kind of scared about Seth Rogen. Who
Yeah.
else? I think everything else is fine though. Our
Well, we
Princess
got like
Peach,
Princess Peach.
but
We
she's
haven't
gonna be
heard it all
fine.
yet.
She'll be fine.
Um,
Who
yeah,
else?
but I think pretty much everyone liked the trailer pretty universally. I don't think really there's been anybody who's like, no, I didn't like it. I think it was pretty good. I know a lot of people are making fun of Chris Pratt
Mm-hmm.
for his voice and hearing, but everyone seems to be loving Jack Black. I don't think there's really anybody that actively dislikes the man,
No, if
or
they
at
do,
least will
they're
admit to it.
yeah.
They're
I was
wrong.
gonna say they're yeah. Never mind. Can't say that.
They're a poopy head.
Yeah, they're a big
That's
poo
what it
poo
is.
head. He's too good. Sorry.
Yeah. So we
And they
will
also
we'll
made
all
Bowser
go.
kind of look like him, which is weird. I don't know how
Yeah,
they did that.
like the smug look,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how
Like
they did
that
that,
grin.
but like as soon as you saw Bowser and like people are already simping over Bowser, and it's like, okay, guys, you need to relax.
Like just say you're a simp for Jack Black. That's all it
Like,
is.
yes, like
But
that's fine, but Bowser.
but
I was
yeah,
like,
birthday month for you and Dario. So we're gonna go
yeah,
watch the movie all together then.
that's right.
We'll all be there. It's just gonna be a bunch of adults in the theater, which is gonna be the funny part, right?
That's what I'm
Because
so excited for. I bet you there's gonna be all adults and no kids, 100%.
Because if there's a kid in there, like all the adults are just gonna be like, "Don't ruin this for me." That's all
I'd
it
be
is.
pissed. Yeah,
Everyone,
I I do not. Everybody knows how much of a movie elitist I am. I do not like watching movies in theaters when there's kids. Nothing more irritates me. Well, besides opening, peanuts shells during the movie, but kids like laughing at nothing and then talking and then because I remember what movie I think it was Sonic 2, and the kids behind us were like trying to predict everything, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna kick these kids out.
I'm gonna call the
Terrible.
police on these
Yeah.
kids. They're ruining my movie.
I'm like, I'm a Karen. I'm like, get these kids out of my movie, sir. It's Sonic.
Yeah.
No.
So this is a kids movie. Man,
They weren't
I
even
don't think you
born.
understand. Does this kid even know what Sonic is?
Yeah, it's not a Minion movie.
Yeah.
We'll just start renting out the theaters. Is what we'll do.
Yeah, dude.
It's only
That's what we
$200.
should do. Yeah. Be like, no, you're not gonna see this movie. Any little kid comes by, have like a big buff guard. You
Yep.
belong, kid. Go watch your Coco Melon.
Yeah,
And
go watch
then,
Fortnite.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It'll be fun to see it. Of course, we're gonna
Yep.
review it, talk about it once we watch it.
100%.
But yeah, I think that will be kind of it for today's episode. We kind of just were talking about a lot of random little things, but Marvel, I'm scared. It just kind of weirded me out that they decided to change everything, especially they just dropped
Yep.
Werewolf by Night. Then
Very
they kind of
suspicious.
came out. Blade, of course, where there's some production problems there, right? And then now everything's getting shifted around. I don't know what's going on. Of course,
Mhm.
I'm not Kevin Feige, so I can only make predictions and decide. So we'll probably be wrong, and maybe everything will be a-okay, which I highly doubt. But yeah, Mario movie hype. I think that'll be the hype train all the way till it comes out in theaters. But if you liked what you listened to, feel free to drop a follow on Twitch if you're listening to us live. If you are listening to the pre-recording, hey, subscribe to us on YouTube, or if you're listening to us on whatever podcast platform you prefer, give us a thumbs up, a heart, a good review, 5 stars, however it works on there. We'd very much appreciate it. And if you want to hang out with us live, of course, on Twitch, twitch.tv/pastthepopculture. Every Tuesdays, we do the podcast live at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we chill out, we game. We usually been playing Call of Duty. We can talk about all things video games and movies and nerd stuff alike. Same time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you want to come hang out with us. And yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, guys.
Peace.